Hi guys, Dr. K here. I wanted to ask a question which has been coming up a lot recently, and it's, how much piano should you know before you kind of start learning boogie-woogie? Because I think it's a good question. A lot of you I know are beginners, a lot of you know some piano, and a lot of you are very advanced. The answer I would say is that you do need to know some piano, and I would encourage all of you, particularly if you're at the beginning stage or the intermediate stage, to go out and learn different types of music, particularly classical music. Now, I myself, if you're in the UK, you'll know what I mean by the grades. The grade in London or in England, we have a grade system when you start the piano in classical music, grades 1 to 8. Grades 1 is like you take it when you're about 8 years old, and grade 8 is the highest grade. Now, I've done all my grades. I'm not saying that to boast, but I think it's an essential foundation for your musical education. And don't just be a boogie-woogie player. I know this site is about boogie-woogie piano, but I strongly encourage you to learn how to read music, even though this channel is intuitive. I think there are two extremes. There are classical musicians who really can only play by the dots, and when you ask them to improvise, they're a bit nonplussed. And there are boogie-woogie musicians who just play completely by ear and can't play anything by the dots. And I would like to have the golden mean, that you should know how to read music, but you should also learn how to play by ear. So if you're just starting boogie-woogie, or if you're just a beginner, or even an intermediate, and you don't know how to read music, or you haven't had piano lessons, go and start learning classical piano, because even jazz musicians, jazz piano players will tell you, for example, the preludes and fugues of Bach are a great way of learning independence of hands. A question that comes up again is, how do I play both hands together? I can't seem to coordinate. Well, for example, if you play, there's no need to come around camera, but for example, the prelude in C minor. And so forth. It's a great way of learning how to play hands together, and even just doing scales, I know some piano teachers don't like scales, but I always play scales for 10 minutes to warm myself up. So the point of this talk is, don't just be a boogie-woogie piano player. Learn classical music particularly, and take lessons, take normal boring lessons from your local piano teacher, whoever that is, wherever you are. And there's one more thing I'd like to say. Currently I'm in Ireland. What's the date today, camera person?
I think it's the 30th.
It's the 30th of September
I think.
In the year 2013.
Well, yeah,
what day is it? Tuesday?
No, it's Monday.
Monday, okay. And I'm currently, I'm going to be moving back to London, to North London in the United Kingdom. I hope everybody knows where London is. There a London in America?
I don't think so.
Anyway, I'm moving back to London in about a month, and I know some of you are in London, and I'm going to be giving some piano lessons. So if you fancy a piano lesson, and I've got a few, I feel like giving some piano lessons, become my friend on Facebook, and I know some of you have already done this. Send me a message on Facebook if you want to come out for some piano lessons with me in London. I'm going to be moving to North London, in case any of you are London based. That's all I wanted to say, because I just fancy giving some piano lessons and so forth. So if you fancy some piano lessons from me, become my friend on Facebook. And again, I'm North London based in the United Kingdom. I can't fly out to America. I know some people from America have asked me, but I can't do that unless you pay me the right amount of money, of course. So anyway, the point is, learn classical music, learn how to read the dots, and you do learn the basics also of theory. Know what a crotchet is, know what a minim is. I'm sure there are plenty of YouTube sites that go through the basics of theory and harmony, and the purpose of this site isn't to do that. This YouTube channel is about the intuitive approach, learning by ear. But can I please suggest that you learn the basics, that you learn how to read music, that you learn some classical pieces, and that you take lessons from a real teacher. Because while learning from a YouTube video is very, very good, and some of the information I've got here is, I wish I had it when I was started, you can't beat personal lessons with a real teacher. So go out and start learning how to read dots, learn some classical music, and combine that with your boogie-woogie studies. Also start listening to other forms of music, particularly listening to classical music. I mean, I listen to classical music every day nearly, particularly the music of Bach, the harpsichord piano music of Bach. Don't just get caught up in one type of music, become a rounded musician, and that's all I wanted to share with you today. So this is Dr. K. Give me your questions and comments. Make sure you become my friend on Facebook, and I will talk to you soon.